that your guest is not yet in the house, kindly private share them. We need to get started immediately. So you are all highly welcome to tonight's Zoom meeting. My name is Adeyemi Fakomiti. I'm a 5A distributor of Enagic International, and especially welcome you to pre-launching of Enagic in Nigeria, in Africa. You are highly welcome. If your guest is not yet in the house, kindly invite them so that they can join us as the ball rolling. So Enagic is a Japanese company. Since 1974, this company has been up producing wonderful technology called Kangen machine. But before we go in, we'd like to discuss about what we have on our board, a plastic bottle. Plastic bottle is a mix of storing water in this part of the world, okay? And this plastic is actually made with a chemical that is highly dangerous to the water or to human body. And the name of the chemical is called bisphenol or BPA. This chemical is highly dangerous. The longer the water stays in these plastics, the more emission that happen to the water. And you see the reseller of this product, after receiving the product from the factory, they keep them in the sun to attract customers. And when the heat of sun hit on these plastics, it will aid the emission of that chemical to the water. And this chemicals is actually responsible to the rising of disease in our environment. So we need to stop storing water in these plastics. And one of the ways that we can stop storing water in these plastics is by embracing this wonderful technology called Kangen machine. So let's go in today's presentation. You're highly welcome to Enagic pre-launching in Nigeria. Here we have the world map and where we have the presence of Enagic company. Oh, since 1974, they produce this wonderful technology in Japan, and only is for hospital to use to get water to help recovery of the patient, and also to get water to sterilize, because Kangen machine produce 5 different types of water. And from 1974 to 1994, they were only producing for hospital to use, because the version of the Kangen machine is a bigger size for hospital to use. But 1994, they produced domestic modest versions of this technology that we're talking about, that is called Level Look SD501. And then they launched the network marketing to use to distribute the products so that every families around the world can have it. Until 2003, before the company now launched in New York, and from New York, they were able to spread to every part of the world. And presently, they run businesses in over 23 countries and over 40 branches around the world. But if you look at the world map, you will notice that Africa is not having any spot, because there is no offices present in Africa. But late last year, the company approved office for Nigeria so that Nigeria can spearhead the distributions of this wonderful technology in Africa. And that is why we'll be running this demo since month of August in Nigeria to show, to educate people about the importance of Kangen machine in every home in Nigeria. And that is the reason why we are welcoming you to pre-launching of Enagic company in Africa. Kangen machine come to existence in 1974, as I've said. And the Kangen is a Japanese word, and it means back to origin. So the product name is called Kangen machine. The product name is called Kangen machine, and the water coming out from it is called Kangen water, made by Enagic company. And the more you drink water from this machine, the more your body will slow down aging process. That is why we call it back to origin. So the whole research began in 50 when group of Japanese doctors note that is some spots where we call spring water. A lot of people go to spring water spot to collect water, and they usually call it miracle water because the water heals their body. And that was what made this group of Japanese doctors to collect the water to check the property content in this water. And they discover in their research that all mountain water contain same property, and that property is called active hydrogen. And the leading doctor is called Shinekata Shiriata. He is a Japanese doctor. And the miracle, they call it because when the water gets to their body, it heals up their body. And that's the reason why they call it miracle water. So let's go for that. Active hydrogen is an antioxidant water, and also is an anti-aging because it contains negative ORP. ORP means oxidation reduction potential. That is, the water is not oxidation present. Why every water that we have access to in our environment is oxidation present. So these three properties is actually found in spring water. And we have to producing Kangen machine. And Kangen machine is a replicant of spring water in our home because a particular stone was used to make Kangen machine. That stone is called titanium plate. So that rock is actually found in Kangen machine, that when water passes through it, the plate will separate the water into two parts, positive electron and negative electron. The positive electron is the bad water that's supplied to the machine, while the negative electron is the quality and healthy water. So after finishing this Kangen machine, they discovered that all the property found in mountain water, the same thing is even more in Kangen water. And that is the reason why we are presenting this wonderful opportunity to you tonight. So in Kangen water, it contains the three properties, which we are starting from oxidation. That is, it is an antioxidation water. Kangen water contains antioxidant water because of the anti-oxidation, because the negative charge made it antioxidant. And if you drink it, it will slow down aging process. We all know the importance of antioxidant. Antioxidants destroy free radicals in our body systems. To know more about oxidation, everything around us is oxidized, including the water we drink, the food we eat, and the oxygen we breathe. The more we live in an oxidation environment, the faster we age. And that is why to tell you that the oxygen in our environment is highly oxidized. When you open a fresh apple, it is fresh. After about 10 to 15 minutes, the apple becomes brown in nature because the air is highly oxidized. So in apple, you will definitely know the oxidation present. Also, another object is called tomato. In tomato, when a tomato is fresh, the woman used to cook a very wonderful and sweet soup. But when the tomato is rotten, that is oxidation present. So what we are saying here is, in tomato, you know the oxidation present. In apple, you know oxidation present. But when it comes to water, you cannot know because water is transparent in nature. And in water, living tissue plus oxidation is equal to oxidation. That is, if water is oxidation present, it becomes sickness. And when water goes from fresh to oxidized, it doesn't change taste, it doesn't change color, it doesn't smell. It remains the same. When you leave it for the next 15 days, the water still remains the same. For the fact that it looks clean doesn't mean that it is, it's oxidation free. So let's check. To check oxidation in water, we need this meter and this chart called ORP meter and the ORP chart. First, this meter will tell us the oxidation present in water and the oxidation minus in water. When the reading is coming out from this meter and it's showing a minus, showing that oxidation is not actually present. And when it shows a reading without a minus, then it is a plus. Plus means Ag is highly oxidized. So to get access to this information we are talking about, I have a video here that I want us to take, time to watch it. This is going to demonstrate the oxidation present in water. And it's done by our leader, Mr. Simon. We have different brand of water here. First one is tap water. The second one is RO water, that is reverse osmosis water. The third one is mineral water, and the next one also is mineral water. Right? Top drink is the next. If you look at all this water, they are all transparent in nature. That is Kangen water. You cannot know, but use this ORP meter to check whether this water is also rotten as tomato. And here we have the ORP meter. So when a reading is not giving minus, it is a rotten water as tomato. So the first one is tap water. The Meligo reading is about 400 plus. That is oxidation present. The RO is giving above 400, while the mineral water is also above 400. Check the soft drinks above 500. The next water is Kangen water. And Kangen water is minus, negative 500 and above. The more negative content, the more antioxidant. To have access to drink this kind of water that is negative charge, the more antioxidant present in the water, and the more it will help you to stop any form of free radicals in your body systems. Among the old water we have here, it is only Kangen water that is free from oxidation. Every other water is oxidation present. That is, every other water is rotting as tomato. The second property is called alkalinity. This is one of the most popular among the three properties we have in Kangen water. But we have two types of alkaline. First is ionized alkaline, which is when we are presenting to you in Kangen water or in Kangen technology. Now, the second one is called induced. Induction means when you add a baking soda into water, it gives you alkaline. Or you add lime into water, it gives you alkaline. Or you get a Chinese bottle, pour water into it, and after a while, it gives you alkaline water. Or the fourth way of getting alkaline is by pouring chemical into your water. We call it dosing. That will also give you alkaline. All this is called induction. Add something to make alkaline. Now, the problem of such alkaline is that when you drink them, the molecule structure of the water remains intact. So it goes straight to your tummy as a regular water that you feel, in your tummy. Now, for your body to be able to access the alkalinity content there, your kidney needs to help you to break it down. And that's why you see a lot of doctors say that such alkaline, when you consume it for a longer period of time, it could mount a lot of pressure and cause what we call organs failure. So such alkaline is not good for a long consumption. It's not good because it will put a lot of pressure on your organ. But the ionized mean in process which a kind of Kangen machine will help you to separate the water to two parts, positive electron and negative electron. And that changes the molecule structure of the water. So when you drink such, one we call induced, ionized, it will go straight to your cell, and from your cell, begin to heal up your body systems. And if you check negative charge, the ORP charge, it is negative. Why? The other induction, it is positive charge. So to check alkalinity in water in Kangen, we need this, alkaline chart, or the pH chart, and also the pH tester. So on the pH chart starts from 0 and end in 14. And the middle is 7. 7 is a neutral. Anything below 7 is acid, and acid leads to sicknesses in the body. So anything above 7, it is alkaline. And the one that your body can actually take is, from 10 pH downward. Anything above 10 pH is actually not too good also for your body systems. But from 10 down, your body can actually work, can help your body. So we have also another video that is going to check the alkaline test in this water. Here we see have the same presence of the same water. The first, you can see we have the pH tester, that is potential hydrogen. The same hydrogen we have the mountain water, we want to check in this water. So as we are pouring the anti-aging, the water begins to change the color and change the shape, so that you can know the water that is alkaline and the one that is not alkaline. But if you look at the two minerals, it is alkaline because it is a chemically made alkaline. That is why you see the color is on there, above blue. That is above 7. Now, when you drink Kangen water, your body is acid. That's what you see. The minute you drink Kangen water, if you use your tissue, spread to alkaline. It begins to help you to pour the acid into. That is what we mean by drinking Kangen water into a body that is acid. For what the soft drinks. Because of the sugar content in this soft drink, pouring 9.5 into this water, but you don't able to move it even to a neutral, talk less of alkaline body. Because this sugar actually destroys the body system. So a little cup of sugar into a healthy body would move the whole alkaline content to acid immediately. And you see, this is the same soft drinks that we also store in our fridge and we give it to our children. I'm telling you, when we see people that drinks, that smoke cigarette, we usually look at them and see they actually clean themselves. Though they are actually doing that, they are doing a lot of damage to their body system because cigarette will affect the lungs, but white sugar will affect the whole body systems. But this is what we actually give to our children. So we need to reduce it or even stop taking soft drink into our body system or any product sugar. The kind of sugar that our body needs is getting from fruit, from vegetables that we're actually taking to our body systems. Now, if you look at all this water we have here, it is only Kangen water that is natural alkaline. So, and that is the water that our body actually needs. Now, to know more about alkaline, we have his name is called Dr. Otto Erich Warburg. He's a German doctor. He did a research in 1923 and got a Nobel Prize of Physiology in 1931. That's 12 years after the research. That the metabolism of a tumor, it demonstrated that all forms of cancer are characterized by two basic conditions, which is acidosis and hypoxia. And hypoxia is lack of oxygen. Lack of oxygen means it will lead to what we call cancerous cells in the body system. The same oxygen is talking about is what we are getting some in Kangen water. That is the first property that we check for you. In the presence of alkalinity, the cancerous cells cannot survive it. And he's saying on the last paragraph that the private cell, 35% of oxygen for 48 hours, less than 2 days. When lack of oxygen happens to your body system, about 35% of it, then cancerous cells can spring up in your body system. That means alkalinity is the best tissue that our body needs so that we can be able to protect our body from any form of cancerous. The top property is called microclusters. Microcluster is talking about small water cluster, which is easy absorption. Remember, I talked about clustering in Kangen water. That is because the Kangen water, Kangen machine separate a bad, water from the main water and give you negative charge. That change the molecule structures and make the Kangen water to become micro. Now, importance of micro water, meaning human body is made up of 70% of water. And if you look at the organs, the ratio percentage of water there to tell you the importance of water in our body. When you mix it in area of water, then disease begin to happen to your body system. Two things that micro water do to our body system. Number one, it helps help channel of nutrients into the body. Now, this nutrient that our body gets from fruits, from vegetables, from supplement, it is only micro water that can help you to the body, to the cell. Second thing, detox. That is channel waste out of the body through urine and through defecation. It is Kangen water that helps. Because of the microclustering capability of Kangen water, it will help your body to detox, to get rid of zombie cell and any form of toxins from your body system, from your cells, and helps your body to be in a good shape. So, to know more about microclustering, okay, we need to also talk more about it by checking it through a nice video that we're going to watch. But before that, microclustering is talking about better hydration. And when the water was able to micro, then that will be easy. The water will be able to do what? To hydrate to your body. Hydration means your body, flow or swim in water. And when that happens, the elimination of toxins will happen to your body system. When your body is dehydration, then that means you'll be having a headache. And when you feel that kind of thing, or having migraine or whatever of beverage, then the next thing we do is go and get suppressant. And when we do that, we are complicating the issue more. What our body needs at that time is micro water. Water that can be able to penetrate through our cells, that can be able to help the body to hydrate. Regular water is H2O in clusters. The molecule structures are about 15 to 20. What you are seeing in the physical here is taken by microscopy, which a physical eyes cannot see it. And the structures is large clusters. And that is why when you drink such water, it will form poultry in your tummy. And it's very, difficult for you to get to the cells. And your kidney will help you to do what we call breaking such water down. And that's why when you feed that kind of system, when you drink regular water that is large in clusters, even when your tummy is full, your mouth will ask you to drink more of the water. You will still be demanding for more because it's actually not seen by your body. The same water that is large in clusters go through Kangen machine, and Kangen will separate the bad molecules, the bad clusters, and give you the micro one. And that micro is breaking to a small unit of 5 to 6 molecules. It is micro. That micro allows greater penetration and easy absorption to the body. So let's go on the next video to see the difference between it that we're going to use to help us. Now, why we are using tea? Because tea have a typical form like a cell. Our cells in the body is like a bag of tea, okay? That the only water that can get to the cells is micro water. Now, what we are going to do here is that the only water that gets to the cell is micro. Regular water is not able to get because it is large clusters. Now, to make a tea, we do one thing to the water. We boil the water. Before boiling, the water is large cluster. After boiling, it becomes micro. That micro hotness was able to bring out the tea out of the tea bag. But if you don't boil the water, it will take a longer time for the tea to be able to come out from the tea bag. So let's watch this video so that without boiling it, it can make a tea naturally, instantly. Now we have a tea bag, okay, that is Chinese tea, and also we have tap water and Kangen water, 9.5. Now, what's the difference? Within a minute, Kangen was able to bring out the tea out of the tea bag. Now, another thing we're going to do is that when you eat good food and you drink regular water versus Kangen water, regular water will destroy the nutrients in that food that you eat. That's what we're going to do. After you eat that food that contains a lot of nutrients. Now here in this, same type of tea, but we are putting 2 different types of water. While the regular ones destroy the property or the nutrient in that tea, while Kangen water make dog food. That is, because of the microscopic of Kangen water, he was able to multiply the nutrient in that tea. That's the same thing that will happen to you when you continue to drink Kangen water. Every good food you eat, every supplement you eat or you drink, it will help you to take it to the cell. And this same reason, that is why you cannot take Kangen water with doctor medication, because the absorption rate of Kangen water, because of the microscopic capability of Kangen water, it will make that drugs to become overdose. So you don't take Kangen water with your doctor description, because doctor describe that medicine for you because they use the regular water description. So Kangen water is not allowed to be taken with your doctor drugs. It might lead to what we call overdose. So you can leave 30 minutes before the drugs, stop your Kangen water, then take your drug after 30 minutes, then leave 30 minutes after, so that you can resume your Kangen water back. When you do that, the side effect or the residual deposit from the drugs, Kangen water will help you because of the toss capability of Kangen water will flush out all the toxins from the drug that you take. So, but if it is supplement, Kangen water is the best to use on your supplement. And that is a three property that contain in Kangen water. Here we have some doctors that actually endorse this technology. The endorsement comes after they have recommend Kangen machine, Kangen water to so many patients, and it helps them to recover and they live a life. And this doctor, they begin to write the books based on their experience, and they begin to hold on. The fourth doctor that we're going to check here is called Dr. Romishinian. Dr. Romishinian is the co-inventor of colonoscopy. Colonoscopy is a procedure where they put camera from your back to get access to your internal systems and perform operation without any cut anywhere. And this man writes about 4 books, and everything he talks about in his books is to recommend Kangen water or Kangen machine to a sick person. That is, when you are sick, you don't have to see life as something that is the end. But with Kangen machine or Kangen water, you can actually get yourself back. Another doctor is called Dave Carpenter. He's a naturopathic doctor. He writes a book called Change Your Water, Change Your Life. The next one is called Bob Wright. He's a director of American Anti-Cancer Institute. He writes a book called Kill Cancer, Not People. And like I said, they endorse it so that even after they are gone, their legacy can live on, so that more people can have hope in life when they find themselves in a critical condition of sicknesses and all that. So let's run through the Kill Cancer, Not People. Because the body that G. Wright is held in, they use what we call chemo to destroy the people, because chemo destroy the cancer, they destroy the person than the cancer itself. Now, on page or chapter 6 of Killing Cancer, Not People, it says step 3 of the cancer diet restructures ionizer water to save your life. On page 158, it said, I believe that ionizer water is mandatory baseline requirement for those that have cancer. On page 168, it said, if I were looking for electrolysis unit today, I would choose SZ501 made by Enagic company, the Rolls Royce of water ionizer. Kangen water, the company been in business since 30 years because the man wrote the book 18 years ago. So presently, Enagic is is about 48 to 49 years in business. On page 170, it said, I have no financial interest in Enagic company, nor do I receive any remuneration for my recommendation. Like I said, they do all this in order to help humanity so that you can get hope when all hope is lost. Now, the next is Dr. Romishinya. You can see his profile. He is a professor of surgery in Aba Eastern College of Medicine and chief endoscopy. He performed over 360,000 of colonoscopy without any relapse. And inside the book of called The Enzyme Factor, on page 159, he said Kangen water is alkaline rich pH 8 to 9, and is considered the very best of drinking water because of its incomparable power of hydration detoxification, and antioxidation. These three properties that we check is actually talking about it. And one of his books called the enzyme, the rejuvenation enzymes, it talks about Okabi, and also recommend that 18 hours of fasting. Okay, what he's talking about that is when you feel hungry, he said when we feel hungry, the thing that comes to our mind is we begin to look for food to eat. He said in most cases, when you are hungry, that is the best time that you need to drink quality or healthy water. So if you can get access to Kangen water at that time that you're hungry, because when you are hungry, your stomach is famished. That is when we call it autogabi. He said autogabi means when your body is looking for, for things to come in. He said when you drink Kangen water at that time you are hungry, he said your body will got the water in, and immediately your hunger will stop immediately, because at that time your cells is open to receive a lot of water, meaning Kangen water is the best because of the micro capability. So that's why he recommends 18 hours of fasting. We call it Shinya fasting, starting from 9 p.m. and a nice day, 12 noon in the afternoon. Okay, but when you are hungry, drink a lot of water to help your body. So we learn a lot of things, and we want this book, especially the enzyme factor and change your water, change your life. We have it in our office in our daily use. Kindly contact us so that I can help. Here we have some recorded testimony of Dr. Robishian. First, someone that is having inflammation. Inflammation is talking about arthritis or rheumatoid arthritis. When you have joint inflammation, you can see the colon here. According to the colonoscopy that he was able to put the camera, he sees that a lot of residue deposit in the colon. And after recommending Kangen water, in 3 months after, you can see the result is amazing. The next is a woman that is having breast cancer and constipation. A lot of residue deposit in the colon. 3 months after recommending Kangen water, okay, you can see the result is amazing. And here is another person that is having cancer, and this person is already on chemo. You know, chemo destroys the body than the cancer itself. That's why we say chemo is a dangerous to the human body, because it's a high targeted therapies procedures. It doesn't know between good cells and bad cells. Rather, it destroys both the good and the bad cells in the body systems. As you see, most people that go through chemo, see them, they lose their hair, and that's why we have a testimony here of our sister patient. And you see, this is 5 weeks difference of pictures before and after. Because when they brought her to our office in the month of August last year, we begin to help her with 9.5 and 11.5 coming out from Kangen machine. And here is the result. The result actually is amazing, which is 1 out of 100 people that Kangen water has actually helped. Now, Kangen machine produce 5 different types of water. The one we discussed is Kangen water, which is have 3 steps of the pH, meaning from 8.5 to 9.0 and 9.5. The old is actually 1, but you can actually change your pH in setting by clicking the button. The next button is called clean water, which is 7.0. Now, 7.0 will give you neutral water, because in the previous case, 7 is neutral. That is, we use it to take what? Our medication. Meaning when you have Kangen water, Kangen machine in your home, you don't need to bring in any form of bottled water or seaway or thereabout. When you want to take your medication, just go to your machine, click the green button, then the water will dispense as a neutral water. And also, the neutral water can also be given to babies. If you have baby below 1 year, this is the best water for them, because we are all naturally born as alkaline. It is our lifetime that move our body from alkaline body to acid body that made us in need of alkaline water. So baby don't need Kangen water. What you give them is clean water. If you will notice these days that doctor recommend to all women on antenatal not to give them water, because most water in Nigeria are acid, and that leads most of the baby to have what we call constipation. But when you have Kangen water in Kangen machine in your home, just go to the machine and click the green button and you dispense clean water for your babies. The next water is beauty water. Beauty water comes as a waste product of Kangen water, because when you click Kangen button, there is the machine will separate the water to two parts, positive electron and negative electron. So the positive electron water coming out when you are fetching the Kangen water from the front hose, the waste one is called beauty water. And here is the result of beauty water when you have access to your skin. It nurtures and nourishes your skin. Since month of August, I've been using this. Sometimes I have access to bait. Sometimes every time I have my spray bottle and I spray it on my skin. So it nourishes your skin and close all the gap, the elasticities of the skin. That is the stretch mark. It's very good. It also nourishes and nurtures your skin. Okay, all the dark circles, everything will be cleaned up by using, the beauty water to bathe. That is the waste product of Kangen water. So the pH is about 5.5, and our skin is between 5 to 6. So the waste product of Kangen water is giving you 5.5, which is between the pH of the skin, which is the best water that you need. Now, the next water is called 11.5, which is Kangen water, strong Kangen water, 11.5. This particular one, you can't drink it. Only those that have, especially people that have cancer, are the people that can actually take it. But sometimes some disease can also take it. When you are, emergency, we can use 11.5 to rescue ourselves. But the main thing that you use 11.5 for in the home when you have Kangen machine is to go green. That is to watch your fruits, to watch your vegetables, to watch your beans, to watch your rice. This day we learned that Mala use what we call it sniper to preserve the beans. But when you have a Kangen machine in your home, clean the strong Kangen water and it will dispense 11.5 on the front hose, while the back hose, which will give you 2.5. So the strong Kangen water, you can soak your beans, your rice, your fruits, your vegetables, so that it can help you to remove all the chemicals, all the pesticide in it. Now, farmers use what we call oil-based to filter to the farm, because farmers know that when the rain falls on the farm, the chemicals will not be washed out because they use oil-based chemical. Because farmers know that oil and water don't mix. Okay? When you pour oil into water, the oil will stay afloat, water will go down. But let's watch this video, how powerful 11.5 water from Kangen machine. We have seasoning oil, we also have tap water and 11.5 water. Remember, oil and water don't mix, okay? But 11.5 will be fine that long tonight. So we have the tap water, okay? It cannot break the oil, rather the oil will stay afloat, water goes down. That's the reason why farmers use oil-based chemical to filter to the farm. But here we have 11.5 water. 11.5 has the power to emulsify, to break the oil into pieces, so that you cannot separate both the oil and the water. That is the reason why you can use 11.5 to solve all the chemicals that have been put in the beans, in the rice, in the fruits, in the vegetables. So we also want to do a live demonstration on the farm produce. Here we have the tap water. Tap water cannot remove the chemical that farmer has sprayed. And we also have the 11.5. The result of this demonstration will amaze you, will wow you, less than 1 minute. Remember, this tap water cannot remove anything, only dust and stain or maybe stone, you can only remove. But all the chemicals that the farmer has sprayed on the farm, it cannot be removed. It's only 11.5. That is why we say Kangen machine in the family can help you to go green. All the chemical, what you are seeing in this result is not a tipper, it's all the chemicals, the pesticide and herbicide that the farmer has sprayed on the farm. So you can also see the result on strawberry. Okay, the normal, the clean one you are seeing there is the tap water. Why the yellow one is from Kangen 11.5, strong Kangen water. Okay, if it's not safe to breathe, how can it safe to eat? You see, farmers have two farms, one organic, which is very small one, the one they consume, and the general one, which is a larger farm, which is the one for product, for business purposes. If it's not safe to breathe, how can it safe to eat? The guy protects himself and is spraying all the chemicals to the farm where human beings consume. Now, that is the fourth water. The next water is called strong acid water, which is a waste product of 11.5. The two come out simultaneously. And this particular one is a sanitary water. Now, this particular water called 2.5 is the reason why in Japan in 1974 to 1994 is the hospital used this particular water to sterilize equipment, to get rid of germs, and is the best hand sanitizer. And also is an excellent to use, okay, to remove top stains. You can use it to mop the floor. You can use it to clean your computer. Okay, I'll be using it a lot to also clean your glasses or anything. It's the best water to remove all top stains and also to destroy germs. 99.9% of germs. And also, you can also use it on your mouth if you have, if you can't, if you're the type that when you wake up in the morning and your mouth bring out a bad smell, you can spray it to your mouth, or you have, toothache, you can use it, or you have sore throat. Okay, 2.5 is fantastic. It's the best water that can help to destroy any form of germs, both in your mouth or around you. And also, it's very good on the skin. For example, you have kind of a skin issue. For example, this is someone that is having eczema. Okay, for several years I've been carrying this around, but in 2 weeks of spraying 2.5 and drinking Kangen water to solve the problem internally. Why externally 2.5 is the best to restore back the skin, and the result is amazing. The next one is one, someone that have psoriasis. You can see before and after, before and after. This is a man that work in general in Kota Kinabalu. Kota Kinabalu is an island outside Kuala Lumpur. And this guy worked in that general for good 15 years, we're told, behind this problem using all kind of ointment, but it will go and come back. Here we have Kangen water, drinking 9.5 and spraying 2.5, and you can see 60 days, the result is amazing. We also have another lady here, Suzanne. He is a Singaporean, and in less than 2 months, the face already like a monster. Months after, you can see the result of 11.5, of 2.5, was able to get rid of all the psoriasis, and the result is amazing. We also have a lot of awards that was given to the factory and also to this technology that we are presenting to you tonight. But we'd like to talk about 3 certificates. First, Ministry of Health in Japan. After producing Level Look SZ501 in 1994, in 1994, the smaller version, which is domestic model, and they give it all the water, 5 different water coming out, and giving it to body called Japa. Japa is a group of Japanese doctors, over 6,500 of these doctors. They write a report over all the water coming out from Level Look SZ501, and their report shows a Ministry of Health give a medical device certification to Kangen machine. And International Standard Organization also give 13,485. The same certificate given to all medical equipment around the world. Boeing that carry people, after producing it, they are not getting up to 13,000. I learned that they get below 10,000 number. But Kangen machine is the only home appliances that it is a medical device. So it is a premium product. Now, in 2003, when the company launched in United States of America, Water Quality Association of United States of America also give a gold seal on the same technology. That is why every Kangen machine that you buy, you see the gold seal on it. If it's not there, it is not Kangen machine. All right. This is certificate distinguish this Kangen machine among every other ionized machine around the world. If it's not Kangen, it can never be a Kangen. So Level Look SZ501 is a medical device, is not a water purifier is not an alkaline machine. So when you are presenting or you are telling somebody about this wonderful technology, you call it medical device or Kangen machine. So it comes with 5 years warranty and produce 5 different types of water. Okay. Now here is the factory in Lusaka since 1974. They've been releasing or producing this wonderful technology, and every technician is allocated with the serial number to produce a particular machine. And when you buy it, if anything happens to that machine, they can easily trace it back to the technician that actually fix it in a factory. And that's why you see, before we started this our Zoom meeting, I play a video from the factory, how the machine is made from the beginning to the end. And that video is really amazing. All right. So with my presentation tonight, I believe, what do you see value in this machine? And what value can you place as what I present to you tonight? If you find any value in this technology of Kangen machine, go to the chat box and type 777. 777 is a number of our success tonight in this presentation. Go there. If you find value in Kangen machine, go there and type 7777. Okay, so that we can continue in what we are doing. Now, you agree with me that Kangen machine is the best you can actually give as a gift to your family. Okay, because 1 is a medical device. 2, it comes with flashing model of 7 solid coated platinum plates. This is the mechanism that works in this technology. I want to appreciate those that are following up. Mr. Dotun Fatonibo, I appreciate you for typing 77. Mr. Isaac, I also appreciate you. Thank you for the encouragement. Okay. Now, the value for this machine, as at today's price, is 3,280 euro. Because presently, Africa is shining through France. So they are the one opening Nigerian office or African office. After Nigerian office officially open, then we can also supply to the rest of Africa. So presently we are buying for France. That is why we are paying in euro. So the value for level loop SZ501 is 3,280 euro. While the shipping to Lagos is 200 euro, or shipping to any part of the world, because you can be in Nigeria and sell to someone in Dubai or sell to someone in France or anywhere. But if they're in France, they will not pay the 200 euro. Okay. Okay. But if any outside or where a country where Enagic company is not present, then they will need to pay 200 euro for the shipping to that particular country. And when you get to Lagos, Nigeria, you need to use 500 euro to do the clearance. So the total value you are paying in euro to us is 3,980 euro until Nigerian office is officially open. Then we'll be giving another account and another value of what we are going to pay. For as of today, we are buying directly from France. So until official will be given to us to pay in Naira. So in Naira presently, the conversion of 3,980 euro to Naira, okay, will give us 3,300,000 Naira. So 3.3 million Naira will land the product in your house, or you come and pick it up in our office. Okay. Now, after this, what you need to pay now is installation money. Now, installation is not something we can tell you because your water will determine how much we are going to collect from you. Now, we will usually check your water. We'll check what is in your water because, you know, every other part of the world that have government supply water, they don't need to pay for installation. There is a manual code with the machine that you need to read and follow the steps, or you can send a video of how to do the connection. But because Nigeria, we don't have government water, that's the reason why we do what we call pre-filter. Pre-filter is to help because in Nigeria, every home is having its own water by producing it through borehole. Homes, they only get the borehole to the tank, from the tank supply to the building without doing any filtration or anything. So in order to safeguard the machine lifespan, we need to do what we call pre-filter to help the water. So we do what we call checking the iron content in the water, checking the pH, and also checking the TDS. TDS is total dissolved solid, that is the mineral content in the water. So after we do all this, then we can now give you the installation. But mass installation, okay, if the water is not too bad, is 200,000 or below that. Sometimes it's 110, it depends your water, okay? But the value for the machine is 3,300,000, okay? Now, you agree with me, the Kangen technology or Kangen machine is priceless and also is the best ever you can give your family. So, level look SZ501, 3,480 euro. Okay, and you now pay the 500 for clearance. Now, only a medical water, grade water machine, that is Kangen machine, ISO 13,485 is a medical standard. And only machine that can produce 11.5 and 2.5. This is another thing that you can use, okay, to know the best ionizing machine, because a lot of companies will be coming in as they are opening in Nigeria. Okay, the first three certificates we talk about, that is the medical certification from Japan, Ministry of Health, then the ISO standard, and also the water qualification of United States of America. That is that. Then, fourthly, ask that machine, can it produce 11.5 and 2.5? If you cannot do that, then it is not Kangen machine. Run for your life. Now, Kangen machine comes with 5 years warranty and also 25 years minimum lifespan use. That is a 25 years, my brother, you are just starting using your machine. So only one of a kind patented e-cleaning system, that is auto servicing, is in the machine. And also we also do what we call deep cleaning. There are times that you're using the machine will tell you cleaning. Once you say cleaning, you need to do what? Not, allow the water to flow through and let the light be on so that the machine can do, auto cleaning. After that, about 1 month or 2, you need to do what we call deep cleaning. Deep cleaning usually helps you to do the first one, and we'll give you a video and tell you how you can do it next time. So like once in 2 months, you can be doing your deep cleaning. When you do this, your machine will last you beyond 25, 30, 40, 50 years. You keep using your machine. Now we try to do a kind of calculation that if you invest 3.3 million naira and spread the money for 25 years, because immediately you acquire Kangen machine, you no longer spend money in seaway, you no longer buy bottled water, you no longer buy pure that is not pure that you call pure. Okay, you start drinking your borehole, because it's your borehole that will go through this machine and give you Kangen water. Now we now do what we call spreading down money for 15 good years, and we arrive at 0.64 euro per day. That is, in a building installing one Kangen machine, in all of people in that building, you'll be spending 64 cents per day. That is about 500 naira per day. That is, in 15 years' time, you use the machine, that is the end. That is, for 15 years, becomes 0 naira. So if you calculate what we are spending on water in a whole family in a day, you spend more than 500, you spend more than 1,000 naira. So it is economically to acquire this technology, okay, to save a lot of money and also save yourself in going to hospital from now and then. That is the value of Kangen machine. Now, this is the first part of this presentation. If you find value in what I'm presenting, kindly go to the chat box and type 777. 777 is a number of success tonight. Go there in order for me to know that you are really there and you are listening and you are finding value in this. Now, the second part is talking about the business aspect. You know, sometimes you get this information and you wish that you can provide, you can get money to acquire it, but the economy cannot carry it. Now, I want to tell you that it is not actually your fault, but it is your fault after listening to this wonderful presentation and you just look at it and you said, you just take a decision because of your present economy and you said you cannot afford it. So therefore, you're thinking that this product cannot move in Nigeria. My brother, that is a very wrong. Okay, first you need to do is what? Accept and begin to do what? Having access to it, attend demo, then share the information to people. Invite people to come and join the demo. Expect people to join our Zoom. Invite people to our office at 18 Olu I mean 105 Adeni Jones, that is the 41B bus stop, okay, so that they can attend the Zoom, I mean our live presentation every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday, okay, morning section and afternoon session. Morning session by 10 a.m., afternoon time by 1:30, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday. So then our Zoom meeting is on Saturday, 8 p.m. and Sunday, 8 p.m. So that invite people to come and get more information about this, so that when you get a buyer, then you can own an account. You can be a seller to your customer and use your name to buy the machine, then you supply to your customer. There and then, you already own a business account. Because when you put the machine on your name, the company will give you free account. Okay, that free account means you own a business so that you can begin to share and sell this machine to other sellers. Then, when you now make money from the business, then successfully, you can now acquire your own machine. Now, I do tell people in my presentation that if you have access to this wonderful opportunity, wonderful information, now, in the next 2-3 years, how many thousands of families in Nigeria that will be drinking Kangen water through your network? It is a question that everybody in the call tonight need to answer. So in the next 2 years, if thousands of families not drinking Kangen water through you, then you still remain the way you are today. Your economy will not get better if you don't accept the opportunity that is knocking at your door. So I want to specially welcome you to the second part of business presentation of Enagic. So it's a proven device for the mass market. Most people that you think that cannot afford are the people that is buying it. Statistically shown on the past record that people that you think that cannot afford, because every family has a value. No, some people place a very high value on health. Some people place it on acquiring property, cars, and all that. But your job as a business builder is to share, to tell as many people, invite them, let every individual make decision on their own, whether to buy or to be a business builder. But the basic is keep sharing the information, keep sharing the water so that you can begin to move to the next level. Over 5 billion revenue have generated since the section of selling this technology around the world. Over 1.5 billion of the machine is a whole lot of families are using these technologies around the world. I have a question for you. Do you know anyone that loves water or that drink water? That is your prospect. That is my prospect. So let's be a lover. Let's join the family of Kangen water drinkers around the world. Now, you can see the company history over 48 years in business. ISO 13485 time tested and proof endorsement by Dr. Rumishiya and American Anti-Cancer Institute, 6,500 doctors of Japanese doctor, Association of Prevention of Adult Disease, JAPA. That is 6,000 that give, report back that made use of health to approve it as a medical device. First used in Japan hospital in 1974 until 1994, they produced the domestic model of level loop SD501. You also have 5 years warranty. Once of a time purchase of 20 to 25 years, you use it, keep using it on and on and on. You can see so many countries that we are running business. So Enagic as a business, once you own an account or you own your machine, you don't need to buy it again and again and again. Only one machine you buy may qualify you to own an account. So no monthly qualification. It's not like any other plan that you keep buying auto ship product on monthly basis. No. That's why the fact that Enagic have supplement, they also have other product, okay? But they are not asking you that you must buy product on monthly basis to do auto ship. Buy one machine, you own an account, then you keep selling any of their product, then you begin to make your money. Now, no stocking or loading of inventory, no annual renewal. Then their marketing plan is cumulative sales. That is, when you make a sales to a family or 2 or 3 family, then the whole sales will be accumulated to your own advancement. Now, the marketing plan that pay you and I is patented. But before that, international borderless sponsoring. What that means, own an account in Nigeria, you can sell to someone in Dubai, in Cameroon, in Ghana, in South Africa, in US, in France, even in Japan itself. No borderless. That is, you can sell to anyone all over the world. Now, the marketing plan that pays, which is my most favorite about this marketing plan, it is that it is patented. That is, no, the company cannot change the plan, nor can other company make use of the plan, which is your right, my right is patented. You agree with me, the market is on top because Africa is just having access to this great opportunity. Now, here is a certificate of patency. Okay. Now, Enagic is trying to make a comparison of, plan, because in network marketing we have different ways of payment, but here they bring in only one so that you can make a comparison to see. But we have so many plans. We have sales steps. We have Australia up. We have binary, we have unilevel. Okay, but in binary you need to do what we call balancing or matching or pairing. But most cases, it makes a lot of confusion or a lot of works before you can get paid. But Enagic payment system is called direct sales commission. What that means, when you own an account, you are the top of your business. You can sell as many to your direct so that you can have what we call direct sales. When your direct begin to make a sales, you have indirect sales. That will give you a total of group 6. Now, Enagic has 10 different ways of payment. But tonight, we're only going to discuss number 1 and number 2. Then the many other one, we'll discuss it in our essential Kangen business workshop, which we normally host from, it might be in month of June or July. Okay, but it's actually a whole day of pay event. Now, tonight, I want to discuss 8A or 8-point commission. Now, 8A or 8-point commission is the number 1 payment that you receive once you make the sales of the machine. The next one is a education allowance. Now, 8A or 8-point commission comes in the way once a single machine is sold, company receives 3,480 euro. Then a budget will be made. 1,640 euro will be kept aside. Will be shared with 8 in order for it to be distributed to about 8 people that made the machine sold out of the factory. Now, if you divide 8, use 8 to divide 1,640, you get answer to 205 euro. 205 euro is equal to 1A as you become a registered member. So once you register, you buy a machine, your position is 1A. You are not going to earn anything until you make the first sales after you have owned a business account. So when you now make the first sales with your ID, okay, then you are qualified to earn 1 point out of 8 points, which is 205 euros. When you sell the second machine, you also earn 1 point out of 8, meaning another 205 euros. When you now make the first direct sales with your ID, you be promoted to 2A and you earn 205 times 2, which is 410. Okay, which is getting better. Once your cumulative, your downline are making sales of the machine, once you have cumulative of 10 machine plus direct plus indirect, total group sales, we have a DSS back office that will normally check our sales as it's coming and also our bonuses. Okay, once you see that you have 10 group sales, then go and make a sales of number 11 with your ID so that you can be promoted to 3A and you earn 205 times 3. That is 615 euro on that single machine. Once your cumulative E20 machine, use your ID to do number 21, you'll be promoted to 4A and you earn 820 euro on that single machine. Once your cumulative E20 machine, use your ID to do number 51 so that you can be promoted to 5A and you earn 1,025 euro on that single machine. Once your cumulative 800 machine, you become a leader. Then you need to do 1 single sales with your ID so that your promotion can become what? 6A. And you earn 1,000 €230 on that machine. But you know what? Do you know that you can actually have a promotion from 2A or from 3A to 6A? Because the system is cumulative system. What do I mean is, let's assume you are 3A, meaning you have above 10 cumulative and you have already by direct 6 and you become 3A. And from that, 3 of this, your 4 line, they were making the 6 and they generate 100 machine for you. You know, they generate 100 machine. So once you see that you have 100 machine, just go and do your 101 machine. Then you will jump 4A, 5A, and you move to 6A, and you become a leader. Now, once you do that, you're already a leader. But before that, let's go on the analysis more about how that can help us, because you need to earn what we call indirect. Now, here is Q. Everything in connote of green is your commission in euro. Now, once you own an account, you now make a sales to your first customer, which is Tom. Because Tom is your first machine, you are earning 1 point. Okay, you gain 205. Make a sales to Alex. Alex is still remain as your 1A line, then you earn 205. Then you make your third 6 to Rose, you'll be promoted to 2A, and you're earning 410. At this point, look at it. Tom decided to make a sales to Grace, which is Grace is your indirect. Now, you are still earning 205 on that. Now, let's look at Grace said to Polly, Polly said to Arthur, Arthur said to Yemi, Yemi said to Ade. Now, you are still earning 1 point because they are still within your 8-point commission. So, anytime Tom make a sales, you are earning from Tom line, you are making 205. Anytime Alex make a sales or Alex, you are earning 205 on up to 8 levels deep. But when it comes to Rose line, Rose is a promotional leg to your 2A line. So any sales that comes under that, you are earning 2 points, which is 410 per machine. Now, if you look at your cumulative, it's not up to 10. If you do number 8 machine, sell to Kim, because your cumulative is not up to 10, so you can't be promoted. So Kim will still need on your 2A line. So you earn 410 on Kim machine. At this point, Kim said 3 machine, you are earning 410, 410 because Kim is your 2A line. Now, at this note, you see that your cumulative is already 10 machine. So use ID to send to family of May, set to 3A. And on May, we make you to earn 615 euro per machine. Anytime May make a sales of the machine, you are earning 615 euro per machine. And it comes in as, make a sales of 3 machine, you are earning how much? 410, 410, because it's still within your 8-point commission. Now, Bob comes in under, make a sales of 3 machine under Annie. Bob said 3 machine to Joe, Jack, and John. You are seeing any 410, 410, because the points or the division of sharing of the money is still within your 8 point. But at this point, John is under Bob, which is of 4th level steep. And it makes sense to John. At this point, John will earn 1 point out of 8. So out of 8 points, John is taking 1 point, which is 205. Bob will take 2 points. Annie will take 2 points. Kim will take 2 points. If you add the whole point together, 7 points is already gone. Meaning, on John's machine, you're only taking 1 point, which is 205 per machine. Okay? Next, John said to Dave, you are still taking 1 point, which is 205. Meaning, John said to Mr. Dan, which made John to be promoted to 2A. Now, let's share the point. 2 for John, 2 for Bob, 2 for Annie, 2 for Kim. The whole point 8 is already complete 8. So on that machine, you are not earning anything. So you earn 0 on that. It doesn't count to your cumulative sales group. Okay? All right? But if you look at it, to me, it is a good news because the company is so transparent enough to let me know where my income will stop. But if you look at what is happening, what is playing here, a lot of your downlines are making sales from different lines that you might not even take companies out to know what is happening to down there. Meaning you can earn Him can make a sales more, Rose can make a sales, Alex can sell, Bruce can sell, Ben can sell, Bob can sell. Now, if you look at your cumulative, you already have above 20 machines. So sell to Tony family so that you can put it to 4A and you earn 820 euro per machine. If Tony sells 10 machines, you are earning, that is 8,200 euro for the 10 machine. So on this note, Simon coming because you have cumulative of 50 machines, okay? At this note, you are earning 5 points out of 8 points. That is 1,025 euro. So if Simon make any sales, you are taking the same 1,025 euro per machine. Sam comes in because your cumulative is already what? 100 machine. And you now use your ID to sell to Sam family, okay, and you promoted to 6A. You are earning 1,230 euro per machine. If Sam make any sales, you are earning 1,230 euro per machine. But note, where this done is, here you come 6A, anytime anyone from any of your line fall on where this done here, you're not any on the 8 points from there, immediately, because you are now a leader of 6A, you begin to earn education allowance of 130 euro per machine from that. I believe that is a good news. So immediately you become 6A, you join what we call career path. Career path means, because you have chosen Enagic as your career, because you have cumulative sales of 100 machines, and on that note, company will say, well done, my great leader, then you earn what we call $3,000 of ranking bonus, ranking promotional bonus of $3,000. This is different from what you have been earning that we talked on 8 point and education allowance. Now, according to your line, whether direct or indirect, as long as 2 different lineage of your line, then once they become 6A, you move to 6A2, you earn 6,000 promotional, ranking bonus, which is $6,000. And where your 2 downline will earn $3,000 each. Now, encourage 2 of them to come to 6A2 each so that you can move to 6A2-2. Then you earn $6,000 once off. 4 of them will earn $6,000 each. Now, encourage 2 of them to come to 6A2-2 so that you can be promoted to 6A2-3, my brother or my sister. You take home $25,000 once off incentive and basic incentive of $25,000 every month. That particular month you qualify, you are taking $30,000. Subsequently, you'll be taking $5,000 every lesson month. Minimum. And again, your daily sales of the machine will be paying under 8 points and also education allowance. This is getting interested. I'm telling you, this particular 6A2-3 is my minimum goal setting of 2 years in the business by God with me and by persistence, by God power, I will hit it. And I believe you also hit it. If you believe that you hit it too, go to the to the chat box and type 777 because we have already set a goal that we're going to hit this. If someone have done it before, because a lot of people have done it all over the world, in Nigeria, it's not something that is difficult because we have the energy, we have the power to do it. Just believe in it and hit the street and get it done. Now, according to our downline to move to 6A2-3 so that you can move to 6A2-4. My brother, my sister, you take home $50,000 once off incentive and $10,000 basic incentive outside your education allowance, outside your 8 point commissions. Let's encourage 2 of them to come to -4, 6A2-4, so that you can move to 6A2-5 and take 100,000 once off and 15,000 basic incentive. Lastly, encourage 2 of them to come to 6A2-6 so that you can move to 6A2-5 so that you can move to 6A2-6. Okay? And on that note, you are taking 200,000 once off and basic incentive of $20,000 incentive. You see, my top upline, Mr. Samzia, is a 6A12 -6. Okay? And its basic on this $20,000 monthly is above $100,000. So that's why you see we are calling it basic. It depends on the wideness of your network. Okay? So this is just a basic. And you see, earn your education allowance, and you see, earn your 8-point commission. 8 point is like your daily sales commissions that you earn. That is it. It's really fantastic. You see, let me tell you, bro, one thing is, someone have already achieved it. A lot of people have achieved it all over the world, and the market is so fresh in Nigeria. And you believe that the technology that we are presented to you today, every home in the next 1, 2, 3 years, every home in Nigeria, by the time you count at least about 10 homes in Nigeria or 15 homes, you see one home that have it. My brother, this is a great opportunity for you and I to relaunch our destiny once again. I believe by going with this technology, with this opportunity, we're going to be the best of what we have been dreaming about. All our long-age dreams, we'll be able to achieve it. So if you believe on this, go to the chat box and type 7777. I have a lot of people that are responding. Mr. Oyede, Oloyede, Oluwaseyi, thank you, my brother. I really appreciate you for your encouragement. So go to the dashboard and type 777. Also, the floor is actually open for question and answer. If you have a question from the product aspect, and also you want to get, more, or you want to share or a contribution, the floor is actually open for you. You can unmute and, ask your question. I'll be here to answer you before we can call it a day. The floor is actually open for you to ask a question.